Good afternoon. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the afternoon. My name is Badhun Dash. I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social and ISO certified international educational and training institute. In last 3 years, we already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 profession and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professional IGP is a training faculty for skill development, which was founded in 2020 and is generating competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualification. The Institute of Global Professional is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve student community resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate professional generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, national, international to student, job seeker, job holder, and also for learner the respective campus location and distance learning. That's all. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar courses, our quiz competition mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like create own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and more knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can update all day. Kids learning game, website, free course, convert sites, and many more. We help to empower you to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skillful. We implement several training program, webinar and offline online courses for youth and learner by professional trainer, speaker and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kind of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professional. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand the needs of this generation and we serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learner we represent. More diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering effective best quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,450 webinars successfully. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,450 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speaker, participant, and well-wisher, at this moment, this is a very important message for all of you. We changed and designed our website www.eduigp.com. On this website, we have surprise for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We already launched our new website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy our services. So create your account for once with proper information. Note that with proper information, you will enjoy all features. With mismatched data, you cannot do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition on our website. We replace Slido. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified e-certificate. Now it's easier and time limited because after the session, we will not provide you any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam. After that, if you pass, you will receive the certificate otherwise not. But you can take part in an exam until you pass. If you are an IGP speaker, you can download all previous certificate, speakership certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download your certificate of gratitude. If you are an online live course competition winner, you can download your certificate of participation. If you are selected for the lifetime membership, then you can download your certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participate in any other function which organizes combined support with IGP, you can download also that. You can instantly prepare and download 18 types of instant certificates from our website within a minute. Certificate of Global Professional Membership, Certificate of Global Influencer during the pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge Seeker, Certificate of Social Activities during the pandemic, Certificate of Achievement, IGP Knowledge Seeker Campaign 2020, Certificate of Achievement, IGP Knowledge Seeker Campaign 2021. Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeker Campaign 2022, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1, Authority Assessment in Teaching Learning, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2, Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3, Digital Classroom Engagement Tools, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series for the New Trend in Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5, Art Skill Organization Leadership and Managerial Skills, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6, Trend and Innovation in Mathematics Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7, Teacher Comprehension Approach, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8, Art in Teaching a Special Program in the Art, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9, 21st Century Tools in Teaching Mathematics, Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassador, Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can download and prepare within minutes. From now on, you have to participate in 1,000 plus international quiz with verified certificate. Teaching tips for teacher, health tips for parents, health tips for teens, gamification tools for teacher. You can join IGP alumni. You can check out our 50 plus student services website for free and many more. Dear IGP publisher, we promised previously, but lack of technical issue, we are sending you late. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous credentials. We solve all issues from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check your dashboard for all webinar details. It's a today request to you. Check all button and page on our website. Surely I can say you will be benefited. Thank you, but note that without an account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. At present, we are going to start our 1451 program, which name is Building Self-Confidence. And today our speaker sir name is Hassan Bukhari. He is from Pakistan. Before I hand over the stage to our speaker sir, I want to share a very little bit about him. Educational psychologist, trainer and consultant. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for hosting me in such a long introduction of your institute. I truly regard Institute of Global Professional for the public service they are doing. Now you have organized hundreds and thousands of online seminars, and I believe that is a remarkable contribution in the field of education on the face of planet Earth. Thank you for hosting me once again.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, sir. Sir, the stage is you. You can start your presentation now.
Right. Thank you so much. So can you see the screen that I'm sharing with you or
Yes, sir. I can see your screen, and I also added the screen in the stream here. Can't you see the screen?
okay? So shall I use that screen to move my slides?
Okay, sir. And then can you continue?
All right. Once again, welcome everyone who has so far joined us for this beautiful session today. I believe this is going to be very fruitful for the audience of Institute of Global Professionals because self-confidence is the most important skill on for anything that you do in your whole life, no matter which profession do you belong to, no matter what background are you from, and then no matter what is your practical skill level. But if you are self-confident, if you believe in yourself, perhaps it will transform your life in ways that you have not even imagined so far. So let's begin by sharing the objective of today's presentation. Well, the objective, there are four practical objectives of this session. Firstly, to define what actually is self-confidence. Then, little bit talk on the origin or theoretical background of self-confidence. Then, moving swiftly on to the types, and then I'll guide you about 8 different techniques that you can utilize to build your self-confidence. So foremost, let's begin by a very basic level definition of self-confidence. Many people consider it to be an ability, or they consider it to be a skill, and they consider it to be anything beyond this what that I have written on the screen. To me, confidence is a feeling that you have. Like, what kind of feeling? Do you see the man sitting there worried? Can you say this man is self confident? Well, absolutely not. But take a look now. Can you say that this man is confident? Well, yeah, you can say that this man, which is actually a Superman, is feeling confident, which is illustrated, demonstrated through his body language. So, so to me, on the very baseline, self-confidence is a kind of a feeling that you have in a particular situation. So we can move on with that example and say that I got a feeling that I can win the lottery. Well, strangely, that's a different kind of feeling. But even then, that is the feeling of assurance. That is the feeling of certainty. That is the feeling of you thinking about something that a possibility is there and it might happen. So this is the baseline of self-confidence for me. But that's not all. There is a second half of it. There is a second part of it. Confidence is also a state of mind. It's not only that you are feeling something, but you're in a state of mind. You're thinking something. So for this man, he thinks that I can do this. No matter what is he trying to do, if he wants to fly, if he wants to fight a villain, or if he wants to do something else in his world. But in a nutshell, if someone thinks that he can do something, that is also self-confidence. And that's the second half I'm talking about. So for you, if it is a feeling that you can do something, that is self-confidence. And if you are in a state of mind that you're not feeling anything, but you strongly believe that you can do it, that is self-confidence for me. So there are two folds of self-confidence. In this slide I've shown that if you think you can do this, you are self-confident. And if you feel what you're going to do is going to happen, or let's say it's not you who is doing it, somebody else is doing it, your favorite player, your favorite soccer player, or maybe your favorite baseball player or a cricket player, you are confident that he's going to hit it. He's going to hit it so hard that it's going to be an either home run or a six or a goal or whatever that is. But to me, confidence can be upon someone else, an object, a situation, that it can turn out in your favor, a thing, a place, a people, a country, stock exchange maybe. So whatever that is, one fold of confidence is onto someone, which is the feeling part of it, and that's how you're going to recognize self-confidence. And the second half of it is your brains. In your mind, if you think that you have got this, you can do this, that for me is self-confidence. So I hope whoever has joined us recently, they know this lecture is about building your self-confidence, and a lot of this is going to be a booster talk. I'll try to explain self-confidence to you. So whoever has joined our session so far, I would like for you to comment in the comment box on Facebook or YouTube or whichever platform that you are using. I am Hassan Bukhari. I'm an educational psychologist from Pakistan, and I've remained a trainer for youth for a lot of time. And we have organized these self-concept and self-confidence building camps and courses, and we have improved self-confidence in a lot of boys and girls and adults as well. So if you have joined recently, I would like for you to comment from where are you watching this session. So thank you so much for joining us. Let me proceed. All right. So here it goes. Confidence is a feeling of belief towards certain things, an activity, or an object, or a vehicle, anything, a person. And the second part, that is a belief part, it says that one can have a belief on himself as well as someone else. So if you have a belief on yourself, that can be called your ability. A lot of people consider confidence to be your ability, and those are the one who consider confidence endogenic. And some people who consider confidence exogenic. It means this: they think that outer circumstances contribute a lot towards your self-confidence. That is exogenic. If you think it is endogenic, that's definitely going to be your ability. So if this feeling of belief is about yourself, it is self-confidence. If this feeling of belief is about others, this is again, it is called trust. So in both ways, it is self-confidence. Right. If you have belief or feeling that you can do this, you've got this, it's about yourself, then you can consider pretty much 4 or 5 things in it. Number one, your qualities. For example, your creativity, your intellect, or anything, your skills, your ability to do something like swimming or cycling, or your ability to craft something, create something. And then your knowledge. If you are a learned person, you might be self-confident that if somebody asks me some question, I am aware of it. I can answer well. But if you don't have knowledge, if you have confidence, what good is it? So that's another part of having a belief on yourself because you have something on, and then religion, it also has a stake in your self-confidence. Your way of life also suggests how much self-confident you'll become. And on others, I must say that you can trust your families, you can trust your friends, you can trust an expert or a doctor, or for me, or me for instance, or you can trust on strangers as well as members of the society. All right. Thank you so much, Irene. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you so much, Junibel, for joining us this afternoon. Thank you, Vapori. You're joining us from Philippines. Thank you so much for your contribution. I have a beautiful confidence curve to share with you. That's the difference between the self-confidence of an amateur versus self-confidence of an expert. So if you're going to start doing something, for example, you have not played a particular sports, or let's say you've not done public speaking at all, and that's how you're going to gauge your self-confidence. An amateur would think that I am self-confident. As soon as they began, they at the beginning of that activity, they might think that they are 100% self-confident, as shown by the first circle in red. But soon after they practice it, soon after they see others in that industry, soon after they realize that they're not that good at it, their self-confidence is about to drop, and it plunges down a smooth slope, and it takes a slide, and then a lot of people quit at the bottom of the curve. A lot of people start developing fear, that anxiety. Oh no, I cannot do this. I am vulnerable. People are going to laugh at me. They create a negative spiral. They create negative thinking. They start negative self talk. And doing all this, they get focused on something that they should not focus on. They get focused on the negative part of it, the anxious part of it, the wrong part of it. And believe me, audiences, your life is defined by what you focus on. Because when you focus, you perceive. If you focus on the wrong elements, all you're going to adopt is negativity. All you're going to adopt is something wrong. So that's why I would recommend, wherever you are, whichever activity you are doing, doesn't matter. If you begin as an amateur, even if you have made that mistake of thinking that you're 100% confident that you can do it, well, nobody is. But let's say, for the sake of argument, that you have done it, you've done that mistake, and you are the one who has taken that plunge, that slide, and you're at the bottom of it, and you're about to quit that activity. I recommend stepping up, looking front, and looking up, so that you could walk towards your objective a few more steps, that you grasp the knowledge of it, so that you can take the essence out of it, and you become the one who starts to rise. Because only with experience can you build practical self-confidence. Mark my words, only with practical experience you can gain a practical self-confidence of an expert. Otherwise, if you're sitting behind, you will only remain an amateur who thinks he can do it, but he's unable to do it. And that's how you're going to fall. That's how you're going to take a sloppy slide, and you're going to move out of that curve. But don't do that. step forward, get up, rise up again, and practice experience so that you could rise to the blue circle. That is the circle of the expert. Thank you, Isaiah, for joining us. Thank you, Nasiruddin. Thank you for joining us. I believe learners are learning this beautiful confidence curve, which suggests that an expert does not have 100% self belief. An expert has a realistic self belief, which is moderated with the negative experiences of his practice. So, I want you to be in the blue circle. All right. So, audience, my dear listeners, my dear learners, self confidence is required everywhere throughout the walk of your life. Look at these people, from Alexander the Great to Socrates. Socrates and Alexander are still alive in our stories. Why? Because they were the ones who who failed to believe, who quit believing in others. They started to believe in themselves as the heroes of their life. Alexander the Great, and then you have a lot of stories, and Socrates. There were so many who contradicted him, but since he stood up against the odds, you remember him to this day. And then there are the living legends. You can see Leonardo DiCaprio. He's a man of ultimate confidence. Then you have someone who is known as the richest man on earth, Elon Musk. He has redesigned electric motor. He has redesigned this vehicle industry into an entirely electric vehicle industry. He's the one who is so confident that he believes we human beings can populate Mars. Imagine we're living on this earth, and his self confidence is reaching beyond the limits of earth. His self confidence is reaching up to Mars. Imagine that's a human being. Then you have Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a legend of soccer or football. Then we have Spartan Warrior. You have J.K. Rowling. We all have heard of her stories when she was rejected by publisher after publisher, and it was probably 12th publisher who published her first book. Imagine getting rejected so many times that probably she would have quit. She would have already quit. But something inside her was there that took her from an amateur to an expert. She took that wrong turn, she took that slide, she came down, and then she started rising back again, and then she became the expert. She wrote a lot of books, and then she got so many awards, so many awards. Now she is known to us as a celebrity. Then we have Oprah Winfrey. You all have heard her story. She had so much confidence that she was the only black woman who has a remarkable reputation in the modern world. She hosts her show, and you can recognize her with her own Oprah Winfrey show. Then we have Robin Hood. Imagine that's out of a tale. That might not be a true character, but we have Robin Hood, someone who cannot miss even a single shot. Robin Hood is someone whose arrows fly right into the target. How is it possible? It is possible because he has done it so many times and he believes in himself so much that every time he throws an arrow, his mind leaves that arrow. His mind helps him target so well so that the arrow leaves his bow on such a time that it's going to hit the same target again and again. And then we have someone, we have a stuntman. I hope you have all seen people who are stuntmen. They they're ultimately self-confident. Me and you probably cannot take such a big leap of faith. So there are more example heroes of our life. Stage performance. On the left, there is a lady who is feeling anxious actually, and the other one, the same lady who has practiced a little, is now feeling confident, feeling comfortable. And then you can see this is how excellent stage performance works. Yeah, street fight. That's an interesting way to say it. Have you ever been in a fight? I hope you have been in a fight. I hope you have experienced that. How does it feel like? We feel vulnerable. We feel weak. We feel shy. We feel weak, feeble. Our legs are shaking when we are in a fight. We're at odds with someone. There are one or two people who are trying to bully us. And then imagine someone who has that ultimate level of self-confidence that he believes even that if there are hundreds of players against him, if there are hundreds of opponents, he single-handedly can beat others. And you can take a look that he has already beaten people. Now the question is, how can you gain self-confidence? There is a beautiful theory. Whaley is a researcher from 1986, and in 1986 he proposed a sports-specific theory of self-confidence. He suggests that an athlete who is successful in one sport thereby enjoys a general feeling of sport confidence that he or she will. Now, that sports confidence can be transferred into a new sports situation in common words, in layman words. Whaley said that no matter what the circumstances are, if you achieve something in your life, if you achieve one particular thing in your performance, let's say sports for example, you're playing something. Let's say if a cricketer can play a hook shot very well, that one shot can help him learn other shots equally well. Now that is called learning transfer. Now Whaley suggested that in order for a sportsman to be successful, he needs to be good at only one sport, only one thing, probably only on one technique. Through that one single technique, he can master other techniques as well. He can master the whole sport. That is called theory of sports confidence. Now that's how you gain confidence. Now this is something that he proposed. Imagine you were in a sports situation that is in yellow. You are trying to swim. Now you have two different situations. One is you within yourself. You have a trait, you have a quality, you have a self-confidence that you can do this. For example, swimming. You have self-confidence that you can swim very well. But now you have never been subjected to any such situation before. It's your first time that you are going into a competition, which is parallel in the orange. Competitive orientation. You have not had any competitive orientation before. If you begin with self-confidence, this might alter your green state of mind. If it creates a green state of mind, not a red signal that, oh no, I can do this, I cannot do this. If you entering in a red state of mind, you cannot do this. Ultimately, that's going to affect your performance. Ultimately, that's going to create a negative subjective experience that is written in the blue. So therefore, if you begin with the trait of self-confidence in sports, that's going to alter your state of mind. That's going to make you a good sportsman, or at least look like or perform like a good sportsman, that energy, that confidence, that look in the eye will create a vibration, a vibe that may help you perform. For example, the way I'm performing with energy in this session, because I have a trait generally of self confidence in such a situation, because I have already been oriented to such situations before, those two experiences, one is my trait, another one is my exposure, those two situations, those two things create my state of mind, state of self confidence. And that's how I am performing. And by the end of this lecture, if I get a good subjective outcome, the required subjective outcome, let's say if I achieve the target that I have out of this session, you can see the blue lines, they're going back to both of those things. That's going to alter, that's going to improve my trait as a self confidence, and that is also going to improve my competitive orientation, that I have been in enough of those situations. So whenever I get exposed to a new situation, I am going to perform well. So that's what his theory of sports confidence suggests. And that's not only for the sports, that to me, that applies everywhere. That applies in every situation of your life. So I believe if you just get a hold of this model of self confidence, I believe you can conquer anything. I believe you can be very self confident. You can be ultimately self confident in anything, be it a street fight, be it a sports, be it a presentation or public speaking session, be it a problem solving situation, and be it anything, be it creativity. You want to create something throughout the situation, whatever that is going to help you a lot if you learn this model. So, in short, confidence, self confidence, is the product of state of confidence which is shaped through the subjective outcome. State of confidence is shaped with a trait and exposure. If you get the right trait, if you think that you have that trait, if you think you're qualitative enough, you have qualities that can help you perform. And if you think you have been in a situation that can help you perform, both of them will alter your state of mind. Both of them will develop a firm stance, a firm state of mind, and that will lead to good performance, and that will lead to a subjective outcome. So that's why being in the state of self confidence, having that feeling in the heart, having that belief in your mind, both of them all together are very important for being self-confident. And that is going to lead to a better outcome, and that better outcome, repeated better outcome, is going to lead to a permanent state of self-confidence in your mind. So I hope you have liked this session so far. Well, that's not all. Let's begin with a beautiful little story on self-confidence, the story of two seeds. We usually, the farmers plow their land and they sow seeds. So I have you ever had such experience, even though if you're a farmer or not? There are two same plant. The farmer throws those seeds into his land. One seed is happy. He thinks that if I am under the ground, although it is dark, but soon if I start to grow, I'll begin by growing my roots. If I grow deep enough, use my energy to grow deep enough, I may find water. If I find water, I may develop, I have to develop my shoot. If I develop my shoot and I rise from the ground, there might be scorching sun. I can die out of that heat. There might be something else like some other things, but if I grow, I may grow into a big plant and may bear fruits and may give benefit to others. He's optimistic about it. He's confident about it. The other seed, however, is a bit pessimistic. He thinks, oh no, if I spend all my energy growing my roots, what if I don't find water? If I don't find water, I'll not be able to grow enough shoot. If I don't grow enough shoot, I will die. Let's say if I find water and I grow enough shoot, what if a scorching sun kills me and I die? Whoa, that's dangerous. What if I grow, but a hen or a crow eats me? I'm going to die again. So let's wait. It's not the right circumstances for me. I'm not confident that I should grow. So what happens is the first seed starts growing. Hens are there, but the farmer has protected the land, and he grows into a good big plant. And the other one, obviously, one crow lands in that land and digs a little and picks up that seeds and eats it. So from this story, we learn that if your destination is getting eaten, nothing can spare you, even if you wait for countless time. Not even if you wait for 100 years, nothing will change. You will find your destiny. But if you take a leap of faith, if you want to grow, if you want to move forward, probably you will grow your roots, you will grow your shoot, you will find good sun, you will find somebody watering you, and you will grow and you might bear fruits, and that's going to be a lovely contributive life. So that's the story of two seeds, and there is another story I would like to share with you. That's the story of a businessman. There was a businessman, he was so ambitious that he worked day and nights. But suddenly economic crisis came and his business was struck. He was so afraid that he's going to fail. One day he was so worried that next day he's going to get bankrupt. He was crying. He went into the park. It was late night. It was probably the midnight and a winter season. Snow was everywhere. And he was thinking to himself, and suddenly he saw someone sitting on the bench. He talked to that man, and the man asked, why are you here this moment? He said that I'm upset. I'm upset about my business. I want my business to grow. However, I'm going to get bankrupt tomorrow. That man, you know what happened? That man
Uh, my sincere apologies for the trouble. Uh, I cannot see my slides. Host, are you there?
No, sir, I can't see your slide. Please add your slide.
All right. Give me a moment, please.
Dear participant, for some technical problem, we cannot connect our speaker. IGP Nausicaa stands for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will list our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz supervision and quiz certification. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it stands for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Certification process. Visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence in our website. Find a running session and get enrolled. After watching, click mark as complete. Move to the next, which is the learning test. Passing mark 80%. If passed, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. For your attention, I am going to share your procedure again. Visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence in our website. Find the learning session and get enrolled. After watching, completing part 1, click mark as complete. Move to the next, which is the learning test. Passing mark 80%. You pass, back to the course again to download your certificate. You fail, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF and JPG. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, I start for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is a regular activity. We change a few process on our online quiz competition. Note that after live, no one can participate. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instructions carefully. Visit www.eduigp.com and sign up or sign in. Without this, you cannot join live quiz competition anymore. Browse the quiz live quiz button or given link. Find the session name and join with your login website or user account. Click join and wait for a few minutes for others to join. Enjoy an online live quiz competition. After the quiz, we will issue certificate for top 10 as previously, which you can find on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. With 24 people, we are going to start our quiz session. Our first question is, how many keys for building self-confidence? Option 1, 7, option 2, 10. Option 2 is the right answer and 40% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kepler is holding the first question. Our next question is, what are some skills for building self-confidence? Option 1, set a small goals that you are sure to reach. Option 2, learn a new way of thinking. Option 2 is the right answer and 36% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Fear is holding the first question. Our next question is, which is a guideline for building self-confidence? Option 1, set goal approved by Coach K. Option 2, set a small goals for you reach. Option 2 is the right answer and 61% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Christiana is holding the first position. Our next question is, should schools be responsible for building self-confidence? Option 1, yes. Option 2, maybe. Option 2 is the right answer and 5% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Christiana is holding the first position. Our next question is, self-talk has only one use, which is building self-confidence? Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 2 is the right answer. 74% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Christiana is holding the first position. Our next question is, what are the three steps of building a self-confidence? Option 1, appreciate and accept failure, have a goal, and always stay motivated. Option 2, appreciate and always stay motivated. Huh? Option 1 is the right answer, and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Christiana is holding the first position. Our next question is, what are the three characteristics in building self-confidence? Option 1, be a strong, smart, believe. Option 2, believe in yourself, proactive, connect. Option 2 is the right answer, and 95% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Christiana is holding the first position. Our next question is, which is an example of building self-confidence in children? Option 1, helping a child ride her tricycle and clapping each time she is blessed. Option 2, telling a son he is not good at catching the ball. Option 1 is the right answer, and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Christiana is holding the first position. Our next question is, help in difficult times and with building self-confidence. Option 1, socialization. Option 2, emotional support. Option 2 is the right answer, and 89% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Chair is holding the first position. Our last and final question is, 7 factors that help in building self-confidence is good communication, social interaction. Option 2 is the right answer, and 56% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Chair is holding the first position. So, congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on our official Facebook page and group, Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on our official Facebook page and group, Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on our official Facebook page and group, Institute of Global Professional. At the end of our session, we can say properly feed your skill, never stop learning cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to a goal, not to people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end like button, I again wants to thank all IGP knowledge seekers for your active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.